dealing with a breakup. On social media, I have witnessed quite a few people breaking up with people in quite nasty ways. For example, they caught a partner cheating, or their partner decided to say they don't love them anymore, and they broadcast it. And it's always the person who wants to leave who is seen as the bad guy. Okay, and who is the bad guy in a breakup? Okay, ultimately, when you break up with somebody, it's because you're not in the relationship anymore, and the healthiest thing to do is to leave. Well, some people are not able to manage when somebody tells them they want to go, and they have to make something bad. They have to point the finger and state that they're at fault and it's all their fault, because they cannot accept that this person does not want to be. I watched this video the other day of this woman berating and beating her boyfriend because he wanted to break up with her. She got really angry. She said to him, "You are not leaving me. You will never leave me." She said to him, "I will get you. I will do this. I will do that to you." And I thought to myself, wow, does she really want to be with somebody that's only going to be with her because he's scared? This is common. We don't like to be rejected. And the reason why we don't like to be rejected is because we hold some kind of demand about ourselves. It's an insecurity. It's something that is often to do with negative judgment. Rejection can mean that I'm not lovable, that I'm not worthy, I'm not good looking enough, whatever it is. We do not like to be rejected. Relationships are the one thing we are not taught how to deal with. And it's common we learn how to deal with relationships from our parents and those around us. We take it upon ourselves to rate ourselves in our self-esteem, self-worth, the way we view the way that we look, how attractive we are, how nice we are by the person we are with. Now, when that person decides they no longer want to be with us, we take that as a slight, and we demand there's a reason. And sometimes there isn't necessarily a specific reason, or the person has done anything specific, but you just may not be feeling it. Now, we all have the right as human beings to change our minds, okay? Life is changeable. We're constantly changing. We're fluid, okay? And that is what is great about life. We have the right to choose. Now, when you're in a relationship and it breaks up, is it anybody's fault? Did it run its course? Has the other person changed their mind? Have you changed your mind? You're allowed to do that. But why is it somebody has to be the bad guy? This is so commonly done, okay? Somebody has to be the bad guy. And as a woman, speaking as a woman, it's common if we are in heterosexual relationships, men can be made to be the bad guy. I'm not saying that women cannot be the bad guy, because we can be the bad guy, okay? But why does there have to be a bad guy? Why does the relationship breakup have to mean that somebody is at fault and it was their fault why it didn't work? This is because we are demanding that we are not at fault. Okay, so if you find yourself in a breakup and you're angry with the person, even if they did cheat on you, or they didn't cheat on you, or they left you because they actually fell for somebody else, why do they have to be at fault? Why can't it just be that it didn't work this time round? That's because we put so much significance on the relationship. We make it mean to us what we mean to us. Many of us equate ourselves to how well our relationship is doing. And if we are in a situation where we put it on social media, with this person, happy families, happy families, happy families, and then all of a sudden there's a breakup, it actually highlights that you weren't really happy families. You could have been, and things have just changed. Or you might not have been, and it might have just been an act. Often when we find ourselves in the middle of a breakup and we're frustrated and angry, we saw the signs way before the relationship broke down. Okay, we often know that it's not actually going to work, but we don't like to be broken up with, because we do not like rejection, because rejection means that there could be something wrong with us, and we don't want to accept responsibility for that, because deep down we're actually worried that there's something wrong with us. So if you are holding an unhealthy negative emotion such as anger, shame, guilt, anxiety, depression about a breakup, it's likely that the significance is in what the breakup meant to you and what it meant when that person rejected you. because this is the problem with the breakup. Now, when I go back to that video where the girl was beating her boyfriend, her demand was, no way, you're not leaving me. Are you crazy? I'm in charge. I must be in control. This highlights the fact that she is demanding that she controls whether the relationship goes or ends. You know, where it continues to go on or it ceases to exist. She's demanding, she's in control of that. Okay, she wants that control, and that is what she's asking for. That's what she's demanding. Now, this is unhealthy, and she portrays it in a very unhealthy, negative way. Okay, and her boyfriend's on the floor, and he's getting slapped about, you know, and it's quite, you look at it and you think, now, if rejection is the problem for you and you're going through a breakup, the demand is, I must not be rejected. The demand is, I must be accepted. Okay, and you have to say to yourself, what law says I must not be rejected? There's no logic in that, because you can be rejected. And what insurance do you get from saying to yourself, I must not be rejected? It doesn't do anything for you, because the moment you are rejected, you'll find yourself disturbed. Unhealthily, negative emotions will be displayed. So it doesn't help you to hold that emotion. So breakups aren't so much about the relationship, it's about the significance to us and what we are demanding of the relationship. Because when we are uncomfortable with a breakup, we're actually uncomfortable with ourselves, not the other person, because the other person has the right to break up with us.